My company is ILEG Technology Screen. Just make sure we're not bumping this thing too much. See, we just got it charged. That thing bumped twice. Share. Alright, so basically, this is my daily day of what I gotta do. Pretty much it changes up from time to time, but this is what I have to do on a daily day's work. Because again, we do more in one day than most people do in their demonstrations. Alright, so let me see here. We got massive changes that have to be done here because all the technology upgraded. So this is all going to have to come out. All this. We got now ILEG, but now we got the SFEG. That's all got to be upgraded. All upgraded. Whole page, second upgrade. Mine, these are all my business cards. And I was out and about yesterday, showing up the screen. We were watching movies and everything. And yeah, I was clicking away on my business cards, left and right. So yeah, I gotta update all this. I definitely gotta upgrade this. I'm gonna show more demonstrations and advertise more on the first daytime movie screen. Because we got it. We got it. All right, so I got to do three. I want to do a mashup. I definitely want to do a mashup. I wonder if because that'd be a great shot. If I can get one from there, that'd be a fantastic shot on the flex surface. That'd be a fantastic shot if I can get that one. If I can get that one, that'd be a fantastic shot. Definitely want to grab that one. First things first. Let me check something here. I got to be in multiple locations today. So I definitely want to do that section. That's a freaking hill waiting for me on that one. I'm trying to avoid hills today. Definitely trying to avoid hills. So I got to be in a lot of different places today. So instead of this time doing like 3 shots or 4 or 5 shots in the same area, I'm going to do 1 shot per area. That's what we're doing today. So I got to be in multiple different areas. I figure if I want to get that shot in the center area of the Allentown Square, I want to do it early in the morning because there can't be anybody out there. It usually gets really crowded out there. Definitely got to get that one done. Updates. Phone calls I can't do on camera because those are personal, because this involves other companies. Pretty soon we're going to have our paperwork back, our patents back. But we get our patents and everything back on time, we can finally start issuing out samples to companies. That company's right now waiting to get the sample. Can't send anything out. Everything has to be locked in. Man, we get that, we're in. We're in. We are freaking in. That's it. That's it. That's when we get. That's when the ball starts rolling. Right now, everything is all test. Everything is testing. I got to be out later on tonight to do a demonstration on the big surface. Because last time it rained and we had 4th of July that popped up. But everything happens in due time, so we will be outside soon with the big boy. Let's see something here. Yeah, you are a jerk. Come on, move. You're a jerk. You're definitely a jerk, sir. You don't think you are a jerk. You don't get treats. You've been acting up the last couple of days. The last couple of days, you've been showing yourself off. So guess what? The next couple of days, you don't get any treats. Now that one works. My cat is deciding to be a jerk the last couple of days. I don't know why. He decided to want to be a jerk, so he decided to get his treats. Don't want to act right. They don't get them. He knows how it works. Alright, so change website. You're going to stay in there because I don't have no time for nonsense. I got a full day today. Most people are doing the 4th of July weekend where they're relaxing. Me, this is what I like to do. This is what I was thinking about when I was out there at a barbecue. Giant container of food from family. And no, we don't record any of that because that's my personal life. I keep all that separate because I got weirdos on my channel. That's why. Y'all know about the weirdos. All right, let me see. Now we got a whole different type of the sun technology, which now has to be changed out. Yeah, sheet design with the best planet. Oh, this is talking about the electrical form. Now we got whole sun vision technology. Yeah, but microphones, of course, are never on the side. Have you ever had to work? See, where's what microphones at? Over here. So yeah, we're going to start posting on this daytime projection screen. Why not? We invented it, we got it. So it's everywhere now. We're going to start changing the search engine. Everything is going to talk about daytime projection screens. Real ambient light projection technology. Introducing the first daytime projection screen that can operate in direct sunlight. That would be us right there. That's us. That's outside with 1,000 lumens demonstration. That is us. Yep, that's all me. All me. Good, 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 good. Good, because we're the only ones that got it. Oh, that ambient light, whatever, ALR, yeah, that's done. We're going to be flooding Google. I got a Google page. I'm setting up on there. I'm the advertise on multiple different forum sites. We're the first one to have a daylight sunlight screen that can operate in direct sunlight. This is why we got companies hitting us up, especially you can use this stuff for advertising technology. So I'm going to have Doritos, Coca-Cola out there in these box cube systems. There's advertised cubes we got now coming out. And we're going to be showing them outside in daylight, showing snow falling on their beverages or flames for the hot Doritos and stuff like that. And Nike, I got a units coming in that causes the sneaker to swirl around. We can advertise anything we want off it. It'd have been nice if Michael Jordan was still in the business of that. Oh no, he still is in the business because that's his brand right there. So bottom line is we can have his old games playing it. Oh wow, that'd be pretty hot right there. Can you imagine if the Air Jordans having Michael Jordan's old games playing in the background off that glass white? You can see the sneakers on the other side. See, that's what I'm talking about. For an advertising company to be able to sell their products on the next level with this technology is absolutely easy to sell. That's why we have investors coming in on board, because they're going to flip their money extremely fast, especially in the advertising part of this technology. I just thought about that. This is why we got to wait. We get that paperwork locked in. We can contact Nike. I got a lot of people that I know that are connected to a lot of heavy companies. And all it takes is a few of them. You connect to a few of them, and it gets around. Next you know, your stuff is all over the place. And mind you, we develop technology for showroom displays, which means if you have a showroom about boats, weddings, it can be all about pottery, it can be about flowers, whatever, our technology will be there because we operate it. We have a technology that will allow you to be to show off your flowers, be to show off your boats, be to show off your whatever you're selling there on a screen that can operate in any environment, including outside events for showrooms. We can be there too. Can't take a white screen up there, can't take a gray screen out there, can't take any of those screens out there. If you're doing outside flea markets and you're advertising your products, our technology can be out there. That's what I mean by it's a screen that does it all. Now come on now, we can get arguments from sun up to sundown about how your technology or whatever you have pulls out an ambient light. Do an outside flea market at 9 o'clock in the morning and see how well your stuff will work compared to us. No contest there. So there you go. And even in the dark, this stuff is insane. You see what that thing looked like at 300 lumens in that part? Oh my goodness. That thing is absolutely breathtaking. It's only 15% completed. You have any idea what these things are going to look like in people's backyards? That's 150 inches, 80 inches. Man, these are going to be big screens. On top of that, you're talking about 100. These things will look just like TVs. And they reflect on both sides absolutely perfectly. Yep. This stuff's going to sell like hotcakes. We're going to have to bring in two. My buddy's like, you might have to bring in two warehouses for this one. You have to bring in a full force for it to run this, because there is no way in the world you're going to be able to operate this. This is going to go global, and it is going to go global. Because my friend has ties in the UK and Dubai. That's where they were just waiting for that paperwork. Once that paperwork locks in, that's it. You ain't got to do much to sell it. And the salespeople who are advertising for it, they don't do much to sell it. It's pretty easy. Let's see. Our demonstration. So, all right. I'm going to change this to... introduce. Oh, wrong keyboard on this one. Now, as for our screen paints, and this is where they get ruffled, they think they have the best screen paint. If you feel you have the best screen paint, throw your hat in the ring. That's all you got to do. Throw your hat in the ring. We'll come get your stuff. That's all. That's what that black technology does. That's a crazy advanced black screen paint. All the other black screen paints I've seen, I haven't seen no test. You're missing a ton of testing. So what we're going to do on our site, we're going to put down what it needs to develop a black screen. We're going to put this in here for customers, education. So we're going to show all our demonstrations. We have white level demonstrations, contrast demonstrations, black on black demonstrations, ultra short throw demonstrations. These are done inside and out. We're going to show you how many tests it's required to operate an actual black screen. That's why Smarter Surface Black Screen failed, because they're missing major tests they're supposed to have. That thing doesn't work the way it's supposed to work. But when we get the Surface over here, and we'll show you again, because I lost the Surface. Get the Surface over here and show you again. Let's see where it's not reading. We did the video. We did the test. It couldn't read the white levels. It wouldn't pick it up. The angle gain was extremely poor. As usual, what we usually see. Those white levels. This is the part that I laugh from emotion when I say watch a black screen. This is what I find funny about it. They show a lot of contrast. They show a lot of contrast demonstrations. It's rare you will see any white levels. Once in a blue moon, they show a white level, and that's it. But you won't see constant white levels all the time. White levels against white surfaces, white against higher white grade screens, white levels outside, which is supposed to be a very important against another screen. What's going to happen if you're going to be if you're going to be doing a demonstration on outdoor projection screens? You know, things are all white, right? All those screens are white. So you're going to have to be to show and maintain a color level and white level almost just as high as that surface on a projector, and you're going to do it at different caliper projectors. Where are those tests? They're missing. They're not there. So that's a main part, because when I watch demonstrations on people claiming to have black technology, your color levels are way too dark. And I can prove that. Either you can buy from me and do the demonstration, or we'll to buy from you. It doesn't make a difference at the end of the day. Or even more, if you got a lot of trash talk at the end of the day, we'll send you a document. And you know what those documents are. Those documents clearly say you either back it up or pack it up. If you sign this document, and let's go to court, and we'll settle this in court, and we'll see whether or not you have this capability or not. We'll challenge your company. Or if you don't have it, that means you're giving false information out, and that means you need to pack it up and move on. You're going to try to challenge the one person who invented black technology? Have you lost your freaking mind at the end of the day? I can tell what your screen's not doing. I'm the one who invented the technology. Anyone sits there and says not true? Yeah, you can go check out a company called Digital 4K Crystal Onyx. We developed that technology. Any company wants to challenge us? When we were developing that technology, the only thing was around was gunmetal. That was it. There were no black screens out. We're the only ones who had it. At that particular time, my product sold at one point at $900 a quart, because it was the first one of its kind. So go back and check. We had it first. So how are you going to educate somebody who invented the technology itself? Parte. Idiots. Yeah, complete idiot. I'm talking about, I don't know, black. I've invented it. I invented it. I had it way before you did. So how are we going to tell me at the end of the day about black technology? What a freaking idiot. I'm looking at this joker and like, he don't know what the freak he's doing. The first minute I saw him and he showed you how to make it for free, I was like, he has no idea what he's doing. The other one, Crow, calling himself showing how to make it for free on camera. Yeah, don't know what you're doing. What the heck is the water for? Why do you guys keep sticking water in everything? Why? You stick water. I know why he put water. He put water in his paint to try to thin it out to make it be like a skin-like coating. That's why I kept saying over and over again certain key words. It's not a paint. It's like a skin-like coating. It's not a paint. It's a skin-like coating. That's what the water was for, to give it a skin-like texture. We know that from the door. Do I live in your head rent-free? Yeah, I do. I'm back in. The other one, I don't know why he kept sticking water in it. You guys aren't smart, are you? I can see right now you're not, the intelligent level's not there. Why did you keep sticking water in there? You know what happens if you stick water in something? It expands. It expands. It expands wherever you put it, it expands. It adds more to it. That's what water does. It expands it. So if you basically take silver, which you guys did for some dumb reason, and white paint, what the freak was a white paint for? White paint, because you know why? In their minds, they thought that the silver and white is what was going to cause the reaction of white levels. Oh, you guys are so way behind. You're so behind. Let me put it this way. You have to crack a couple of chemistry books to figure that one out. That's a noob move. Noobs do that. They put a little white paint in there, think that's going to cause the white levels to react. Let me show you something, Skippy. If you go to my black, well, not the black list, you go to my, here on this website, and you go underneath, and you look at all those demonstrations called black versus black, you know, the ones that you don't do, that you're supposed to do, the ones you skipped out on that you're supposed to do, and you'll see a demonstration where you'll see Mr. Bird make 4 different paints. One of those paints has white paint and black paint mixed into it. You know what that turns into? Gray. It has silver mica in one of them. I did all those demonstrations to show you. You did these combinations of different paints. They still wouldn't match your stuff. So the stuff that you made on camera was actually the stuff we already tested. Dummies. Good gracious. That's desperate. It's so desperate. So desperate. You guys kind of remind me of Wile E. Coyote. You do. You just try so hard every single day just to fail so hard. Every single day. I'm about to go and do a demonstration. I'm going to do 2. One's are matching better. The other one's going to go out there. I got to do demonstrations for a promo. I'm going to be at 3 different demonstrations, 3 different environments with that 300 lumen projector. I invite you to come out and play with me. I'm going to put you on blast. I'm putting you on blast today. I'm going to mention your names and put you on blast, and I invite you to come out and play with me. Since you guys want a little publicity, I'll give it to you today. 3 different locations. I want to do a mashup. I'm pretty sure I can get that other place. They might be closed. Oh, yeah, it might be closed for Saturday, but I'm not sure. But I definitely doing 3 different areas. So, actually 5 different areas I got to be at. So let's get this in. The introduction, the first daytime projection screen. I'm going to highlight this so it stands out. And the other one sat there and talked all that trash. I'm like, I got AdTech. Oh, you got AdTech, do you? I stuck him outside. What happened to your screen? Disappeared. First things first, you don't know what you're talking about. AdTech is invisible. That's what AdTech is. It's invisible technology. So how would a front projection be AdTech? You don't even understand the terms of how AdTech even works. One idiot we saw was talking about the SFEG technology, and he was showing screens off that were front projection. So let me explain it to you. I actually wrote at the bottom of this page how dumb it is. You're absolute idiots. First things first, ILEG and fusion light energy gain is a front projection technology only. It's used on screens like we have over there, but it's cinematic. That's what that's designed for. The screen that we show outside is a screen under the SFEG, which is called sun fusion energy gain. That's why screens are operating outside where there's sunlight or even large amounts of light, because they're fusing light through the screen in order to actually generate an image. That's why, for instance, at 50 lumens, we dropped it at 50 lumens in 100,000 lux of sunlight. Do you have any idea how much power is in 100,000 lux of sunlight? That's the same energy that can power a city. So that energy is basically striking the projector in screen at the same time, which means there's no protection for the projector or the screen. They're both being hit with 100,000 versus the projector that's only operating at 50 lumens. which means that if I have the projector sitting back, that 50 lumens doesn't even exist anymore. Like the 3,000 lumens you got sitting up in your environment when you turn the lights on your screen actually washes out. The fact that it can show a bright, vivid fireplace pushing through that surface that bright, that high, that the camera can read it and pick it up and be disrupted, shows that somehow it is taking the energy from the sun, fusing it, and pushing it right through the screen, which is coming out the opposite side of the thing, which means sunlight is filtering through the screen at the same time. The lumen count is pushing through at the same time. Gee whiz, you guys don't crack books. So at the end of the day, that's why we call it sun fusion, because it's taking the sun, fusion, energy comes from the sun, gain. Do not break down what you're building at the end of the day. They don't. What they do is they make up some hybrid mix. What the freak is a hybrid mix? You know, hybrid mix is black and white paint. Personal mix. I remember that nonsense. Oh, got on camera talked about, oh, this is my favorite mix. The mix that I made, I won't give it, oh, I'm not supposed to give it to you? Man, you are such a scammer, man. It's black and white paint. Anyone could have made that stuff. My cat can make that stuff. Anyone can make that stuff. People were making that same mixture years ago, before you were even on YouTube, before even I was on YouTube, and I found out about that stuff. What was the other one he had? The Frankenstein. What the freak is that? You take somebody else's name, a company, and make money off it. Oh, yeah, he'll figure that one out soon. What's another one? I don't even know what the Frankenstein is supposed to be about. You do know that when you took a picture of yourself, we got him on receipts. We got his face on every receipt. It ain't gonna go well for him anyway. But he got a face on the receipt. And he calls it the Frankenstein. You really want to take credit for the Frankenstein, which is considered to be one of the dumbest monsters out of the whole entire clique? You know, Frankenstein wasn't exactly smart. You know that, right? I mean, he had a mind of a child. That explains a lot. It really does explain why he chose Frankenstein. But anyway, he has a mind of a child. Count Dracula, extremely intelligent, smart. You know what I mean? That's why they're considered to be the leader of the monster group. Then you have the Mummy. Again, very smart, very intelligent. You know, he was a king at one point, you know what I mean? And he's still considered to be a king in that underworld. What's the other one you have? Wolfman. Wolfman is even intelligent. Wolfman's kind of like an outdoor, kind of rugged dude, freaking like a kind of a Wolverine kind of style, a lone wolf like that. You know, even he's intelligent. When you get to Frankenstein wasn't exactly smart. Frankenstein was the mind of a 5-year-old kid, if you read the book. He couldn't get along with the adults because he didn't understand them. They didn't understand him. He felt them threatening. But that little girl that sat out in the park that gave him a little flower, he can connect to her because they're kids at the end of the day. Like a kid can't really connect to an adult. They'll connect to another kid. He was a child. He was afraid of fire. And when the townspeople came to him, he hid behind his as powerful as he was, he hid behind this frail man who actually made him. Yeah, amazing mass power, but he didn't know how to properly use it. He didn't know how to control it because he was a little temperament child, which is interesting because that's kind of what you display about yourself. Frankenstein was stupid. And they play him in every part as just being, he's an idiot. And that's pretty much what you made with yourself as when you took a picture of yourself and said, I am the Frankenstein. Yes, you are. Yes, you definitely are. You don't cry, you don't read books. Yeah, they're all intelligent. The Swamp Thing, intelligent. They're all intelligent creatures. Frankenstein wasn't as smart. I don't know where he got that brain from, but whatever brain he picked, he didn't get the right one. You know, in the end, he realized that, he didn't make a. If you saw the movie, even in the book, he didn't realize that he actually made a breakthrough in the creation. He made an abomination. He made a mistake. Now, the movie version they had, which is way, way, way back in the day, I mean, back maybe roughly in the 80s, they had a thing on CBS about Frankenstein. They were really in some detail about it. But in the end, it ended up with him and this monster that he realized that was just going to kill people. That's what he was going to do. He's just going to kill people. He tried to make himself a woman that would maybe calm him down, and he ended up ripping her head off. So, with that being said, just seeing that he tried to introduce it to society as an actual highly intelligent man, and he just went off and killed a whole bunch of people at this banquet, and he realized that he had an abomination that he had made, and he has to get rid of it. And the only way to get rid of it, they both had to die. So they got on this ship, and this ship went out into the Antarctic, and you just see where they wake up and come out of this boat, and the entire boat was just covered in ice. They're just all in ice. And he gets right up to the top, under the ledge of this cliff, and fires off around, and the whole entire ship gets crushed in an iceberg. It killed him and the monster. It's a great story. That's the best one I've seen so far. Yeah, it goes into detail about the whole thing about Frankenstein. Yep. Yeah, Frankenstein's an idiot. Let's move on. We got things that we got time to talk about, you know, fictional creatures. All right. You can see that when you watch Transylvania. They literally stated right there multiple times. He's an idiot. Okay, that was 20 long. All right, daytime. I want some brightness for that daylight. Bam, boom. Can we get brighter than this? I want bold on this. Can you get some bold on that? Get some bold on that. Can we add in a different color? Goodbye, sunshine. I want a little bolder than that right there. Yeah, y'all gotta be backing your stuff up. Y'all should be doing the same thing I'm doing. The same thing I'm out running around doing this. Y'all should be all over the place. Y'all claim to have ad tech, right? Where y'all at? So I'm gonna put you on blast today. I'm gonna put your names in my video. I'm gonna say, hey, where you guys at? How come no one's out here with us? Why are we out here playing by ourselves? Any company wants to talk trash. I don't care who you are. I'm gonna put you on blast. Where you at? Ain't nobody out here. Where Lee Screen at? Lee Screen ain't out here. Nobody Screen. Nobody out here. Where you at? Ain't nobody out here. Okay, whatever. Let's move on. Ain't nobody out here. Just us. And again, that right there disrupts. This screen right here disrupts everything. It does. Because again, the customer. What kind of projector does a customer have to buy to operate my screen? Operate any of these screens. What kind of? How much money are they going to be spending? Not a lot. How much do they spend on everybody else's screen to get them to operate? It's been $2,000, $3,000, $1,800, $1,000. Our stuff is under $200. All our projectors we're running right now, inside and out, are under $200. So that's what my customers have to pay to operate that technology. Do my customers need a sane amount of contrast? Oh, no, they don't. That's scratched it out, so you won't need that. Do you have to have HDMI ports? No, Epsons don't have them over there. We don't ever use them over there, so guess what? Don't need that either. What about high levels of lumens? Is that needed? We operate outside at 50 lumens in direct sunlight. That should literally tell you something right there, what we do. The screens inside of here operate on halo systems. As a matter of fact, our demonstrations are so good, people have tried to take the demonstrations and claim them as their own. Imagine that. Jamie did it. Jamie took one of our demonstrations and said, hey, you did the challenge. You can clearly see my lamp in the demonstration, the cardboard box cabinets that I built, all that in there. Took our specification sheets, took labels off it, but even took a customer's demonstration of the King Kong sitting up there in the image. I have those on my page, showing the customer and all the different pictures with it. He stole that too. Oh, we know you steal, buddy. You got nothing. You don't have anything. But you get a chance to back that claim up. You got a document coming to your address. And in that document states that the demonstration that you claim that you did, you're going to have to redo that demonstration, back it up, and display it. If not, we'll take you to court. Whether you signed it or not. You don't sign it, that tells my lawyers at the end of the day you can't back up your claim, and then they hit you with a process server. So which one is it going to be? You'll figure it out with a documents with an S. You got a bunch of them. So every time he mentions something in a video about something he can't back up, a document sent to him. Keep in mind, Jamie, if you think at the end of the day that this is not conflicting and causing any problems for you, these documents will be used against you in court, showing that you made multiple statements about our company that clearly you couldn't back up, which falls in the guidelines of defamation and slander, which also too can carry jail time on top of that. You have enough problems as it is, or you want to add to this? Mind, you still got those copyrights coming up. We get to court, the judge is going to see all this. You watch Judge Judy? You ever watch it? Do me a favor. When you take the time, Fernando, go and look at an actual copyright court case. It'll give you an idea what goes on in that environment. It's not a joke in there. You think it's a joke because you're on YouTube and you can hide behind things. No, you can't hide in a courtroom. If that judge asks you a question, you will answer that question crystal clear. When the lawyer answers you the question, you will answer the question crystal clear. You're under oath. Do not lie in that environment. So, There are a number of things that we can ask you in that courtroom why we got you in there. A lot of things we can ask you in there. And we know you can't answer these questions. That's why we're going to answer the question, give you these questions to answer. There's no place to go. You think that something hasn't happened? Buddy, there are cases being built up for you for the end of the year. There's a whole lot of stuff that's being ready, getting ready for him for the end of the year, that we got something that's coming through that place to get it taken care of. We're even making, put it away how big it's going to be, Mr. Fernando. We're coming down to California with attorneys. So we're not joking around here at the end of the day. You think all this, nothing's happening to you? Oh, no, no. They're building cases on you as we speak. So we're going to make a trip to California. We have to go down there and meet with the courts, because you are a very big interest. You're what we call, I hate to put it this way, it's kind of like in the lines of a terrorist, because you did some really destructive stuff. You did very destructive stuff. You know, doxing people's addresses and all that other nonsense, terrorist threats, all that stuff. So yeah, I mean, you're a high priority in our book at the end of the day. So we're going to have to basically, we got to do this differently. But you're definitely going to be going in the courtroom, and all your handiwork is going to be before a judge. So how do you think a judge is going to perceive that handiwork? Is he going to look at this and go, "Oh, yeah, there's nothing here"? No, buddy. That's why I say he's not going home. Let's see, introduction to the first daytime projection screen. Screens. Got to put an S on that one, buddy. Where's the keyboard at? Screens. No, I need for this one, screens that can operate in direct sunlight. Light. 50 lumens. Okay, let's get this done fast. We got stuff to do. It's going to be 8 o'clock. Roughly, we got to be out of here to get everything done. 50 lumens. 50 lumens and up. And also, too, to keep you busy, I'm going to be sending paint to your business, too, because I expect that to be done, too. So you're going to spend a lot of time sending stuff back to us, and we're going to tell you, we got a refusal. Another refusal. Guess where that's going at? It's going to go to more stuff. I'm going to be making duplicate copies of the Frankenstein and UV mix, which is a very easy blend to make. I'm going to send it right back up. Ask them to do a demonstration against that. Some of that involves gray bullseye primer, which actually did match this product, so we'll send it up too. We'll make a half and half out of it. So we'll do same thing like a tutorial video, except for use bullseye primer, and we'll use we don't have to put any black into it. That stuff is already gray as it is. We'll put bullseye primer, and we'll put silver mica. We're going to do bullseye primer, dark gray silver, bullseye primer, 2 tablespoons of dark silver mica. We'll send it up to them. Jamie, I got so many different combinations of screen paints in my head. I can send this to you for a solid year. A solid year, a solid year I can send you a screen paint. You can't back any of this up. This is going to get you a lot. We're charging you for consumer fraud. We're charging you that you went out and you made an everyday paint that the consumer could easily make themselves, use high power projectors, dark environments to manipulate the product to make it look like something that it wasn't. You even had in one video, I remember, he was using an enhancer to enhance the 1080p for 4K and give it more of a higher resolution. So we have this stuff. I got video recordings that date back to 4 years back. That's how much stuff we have on you. Like the video I posted of the Frankenstein mix, and you didn't know we had that. Yeah, we got a lot of videos on you. We can post right now and showing you doing some really shicey stuff on camera. But that's all for court. But anyway, he's being charged with that mass fraud. So he went up there and ripped a whole bunch of people up, and he just sold them everyday house paint and made it something more than it was. The hybrid mix, personal mix, Metallica mix, and the Cinemax all do the same thing. But he tried to make it sound like they were all different. So he's got to back it up in court. And that's what he was supposed to do when we sent the paint to him. Because we said, hey, look, that paint that you make, the one you had, the one you give out for free, that paint matches a lot of your products. Because we did the test ourselves when I bought your stuff and brought it over here. So that's what you were supposed to do when we sent the paint over to you. You were simply supposed to take it out and paint it down. That's it, on a live stream so we can all see it. And since everybody knew it was in it, of course, and then you had the tracking numbers, there was no way from the weasel around this thing, so we had to send it back, which he did. Let's see. So our theory is right. When we go to court, we're going to charge you with the fact that you went out, or in court, basically, we're bringing up against you that you sold paints that were all the same thing. There was nothing different about them. Now, if you don't want to do it there, we'll just do it in court. That's all. You're still going to have to do it either way. The difference is that you could have done it on YouTube and got it out of the way, and hopefully defended yourself. But now you're going to go in the courtroom and you're going to be asked to do it, and we can get a judge to order you to do it right there in the courtroom. You're going to show us how all three of these paints are going to show something dramatically different, like we showed on our demonstrations of our black versus black. On top of that, you will do the demonstration again against Network Gray, because we're accusing your products of matching everyday house paints and not having any real testing. So you'll do that demonstration. Yeah. And introducing the first item. Why? This is why. Put down. This is why. This is why. Gotta do these tests. Can't be going wrong with that at the end of the day. I wonder what the conversation that Epson had with Remax. I mean, not Remax, Valva. I'm pretty sure they were sending them documents like, hey, look, buddy, we're going to challenge you in court. And come on, you can tell us right now. Is that thing really what it is? And they probably fought to the bitter end and told them, it is, and it ended up in court finding it's not. Why our demonstrations speak for themselves. Wow. Speaks for themselves. Why? It should be why we have them. Wow. That's incorrectly. Why? So go back over yourself. Why we have the best projection screen paints and screens on the planet. Now we do. Got that new technology we have. Ain't nobody got it. Yeah. Again, we got challenges going on today. And flexes. Let me see design. It's the best of the best. Now, usually when I have these demonstrations, when I have these talks aren't for customers. Customers know what we do already. You know. You see us outside, you see our demonstrations, you know what we represent. You know what we do. We have these conversations against these companies, and people make these poor products. So I don't want customers to be like, oh, he's being rude. It's not directed towards you. Hostility that I'm showing right now is not toward you. It's toward companies, because that's what we're taking out. I'm not here, gentlemen, at the end of the day to just concentrate on making the money. I'm here at the end of the day to crush what you have, to take what you have from you, because you have not been doing your jobs correctly. I'm here to show at the end of the day that the fake ambient light projection demonstrations, poor colored gray screens, poor contrast levels, chalking up high-end projectors to get customers to fix your mess at the end of the day, sticking them in dark environments on projectors they paid too much money for. I'm here to disrail your train, to destroy your train yard, to just basically obliterate you to a point where you don't even exist anywhere on the planet. That's what I'm here to do. So when you see those demonstrations of out in the sun, playing around, having fun out there, that's to tell you at the end of the day that your train track is about to come to an end, that your train's about to get derailed. You won't even find the even remnants of a train when we're done with you. It'll just be all covered over with some beautiful pasture of green and flowers and wildlife. They won't even know you even existed on that spot. That's messages for you. Those you've been faking it, you all been faking it. As far as I'm concerned, you all been faking it. That ambient light rejection technology, the gunmetal technology does what it's supposed to do at a certain degree, but it doesn't read black. So they technically can't say that in their demonstrations to read in black. We're going to have that demonstration today called Up Close and Personal. We're going to show you, does a high-performance gunmetal screen see black? We did this one already before, but let's do it again. So they're mad at the day. That's what they're mad about. They're mad because their gravy train is being cut short. You can't go up there and say anymore, well, his products don't work to this, that, and the other, because we'll send a contract out to you, and you're going to sign it or not. Because everybody, we post the tracking numbers. So you can't do that. You'll be put on blast for everybody to see. So what are you going to do? You can't compete with us. Our technology is too far ahead. And it cut corners. Yeah, you'll burn and crash in that one because we know we're experts in the field. We'll see all your mistakes. We'll see all your freaking where you cut this and cut that. We'll see all your flaws in a hot second. And in sports, I'm sure everybody what we're seeing, what they need to see. So again, that ain't going to help you. So what are you going to do? It's like the equivalence of watching the Wile E. Coyote trying to stop a boulder with an umbrella. That's what's about to happen to you. Good luck with all that. I'll have you on out today. We're going to take you out in the sun today, screens. I'm going to put that call out. So it is what it is. Let me see right here. All right, excuse me about that. Let's see. 50 lumens and up. This is why our demonstrations speak for themselves. So let me see. This is why our demonstrations speak for themselves. Should be not a Y there. You don't need that. That's not necessary. That should be a period there. And it should be here. We don't mention the other one. The other one it has enough problems. I got to reach out to the funeral home again and send them out, get the address and send them out the paperwork they're going to need, everything they're going to need, so you can have it in hand, showing his address on the back of the thing. Let's see if we have the best. Okay, there's going to be one. Let's see. Nope, there's going to be one. Okay, one. All right, here. The space as a disappearance separate. Designed with the best ambient rejection technology on the planet are new. Transparent gain. Nope, transparent gain. Hey, this is going to hurt you a little bit, naysayers. You see what that says right there? SFEG, which stands for Sun Fusion Energy Gain. Booyah! In your face! Our technology is overwhelming everything. Do you understand that? Even AI overviews know who we are at the end of the day. You know why? Because when you're doing 10 videos a day, when you're dropping 10 videos a day of you outside doing the same thing, showing your product works over and over again, proving yourself when everybody else is sitting in the dark about some fake ambient rejection technology, they recognize who we are. Look at that. Look at that. Apex Gamer, all over the place. All over the place. Yeah, we're about to hit that $1 million mark now. We got 10 to drop today. So when you watch your notifications, that's us out there working. That's us getting the job done. When them notifications are firing off, that's us getting the job done. Then it's like, you don't hear nothing. That's it. We out there getting the work done. My buddy's like, man, my notifications be blowing up. I'm like, yeah, because we out there getting that work in. That's why already, in that short amount of time that we had that technology, it literally explains why we have the most powerful game now on the planet. You know what that means? Companies see that technology. The minute they type in that boom, this guy's going, what? Well, he's outside with what? Yeah, we can operate outside at 50 lumens. What the frick you think we can do inside a building anywhere we want to go? We don't have that. Well, we have to have a light darkened for the environment because the screen's not going to pull. Oh, yeah, right. We'll run through that whole entire building if we want to. There we go. It means we can go anywhere we want. Any time of the day. That's what our game does. Next campaign. Our technology versus ambient light projection technology. Which one's better? We're going to take you out in the sun and see what you do. You can't even look. Our gain on our screen paints are even more advanced than ambient light rejection technology. My ambient light rejection, advanced ambient light rejection, was better than the original ambient light rejection. Show me one demonstration of anybody right now showing the screen on a ceiling, producing images, star fields, snow levels, liquid, all that stuff. None of y'all. home. Look at that. Look at that. Look at this. Look. I want you to read this. Oh, I got to take this. I got to take this. This is mine anyway. Let's see. The SFEG, which stands for Sun Fusion Energy Gain, is a new type of projection screen game. Man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Developer technical screen. According to the IOU technology screens, the technology allowing for daytime projection on a transparent screens eliminates the need for dark environments and controlled environments. It is designed to be used in both indoors and outdoors in various applications like gaming, movies. We don't advertisement. Oh, we gonna crush y'all. We gonna crush y'all, and you gonna crush the competition. There ain't no competition. You can't even call it competition anymore. It's not even competition. It's not even competition anymore. It's not even competition anymore. Look at them getting mad. They're getting upset. They're getting bitter right now. Bitter. You know what happens when the judge pulls this up? When they search our company out and this stuff pops up and you're making false accusations, lights out. Oh, did you say lights out? Did you say lights out? I just said lights out. I just said lights out just a few minutes ago. Really? You said lights out? That's so funny. They're going to get mad. They're getting mad right now. They're getting bitter right now. They're getting mad, getting upset. You talked all that trash. What did I say in the middle of that floor? What did I say in the middle of the floor? All right, then. It is what it is. What technology is basically comes from God. And you challenged God at the end of the day. I ain't God at the end of the day. You challenged his blessings. That's what you did. That's why your outcome is coming out the way it is. You challenged his blessings. You didn't come up there and slander me at the end of the day. You slandered God. That's what you did. Coming in hot. Bam, 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 bam. Next campaign. Taking apart and dismantling ambient light rejection technology. Does it actually work? Is it more advanced than all technology? No, it's not more advanced than all technology. For the English people who think I'm mocking you, I freaking love your accent. You all know that from the door. I'm a big fan of the British. One day, I'm going to get a chance to go there. One day. I'm definitely going to England. I'm going to go down to, there's a place they got there where basically make custom-made suits. I'm going to get me custom-made suits. I like the double breast. The double breast with the wide tie, really, very classy. I like that. Kind of like a little bit of tweed with that. And also, too, the derbies. Oh, the derbies I got down there are freaking hot. I'm getting some custom-made suits. And then I'm going to go visit some very nice tea parlors down there. I'm a big, big fan of tea. I love tea. I wish we had tea time up here. I wish we did. I would love to have tea time. But anyway, yeah, I'm going down there and check out the plays, the music, the food, everything. I love their accents. I really figured, what if I stayed in there long enough? Can I pick up the accent? I freaking love their accent. I like how they say things differently. I love their accents. Yes, I do. And people get mad about that. It's like, but it's for you. Oh, please, come on. You know, what you think? You thought all of England? All of England was? No, you don't crack books. I had some people say some dumb stuff to me about time like, oh, you want to go to England, so you basically the settlers that came here to the United States were from England. You know that, right? They weren't Americans coming to America. They were from England and came here to America. Crack a book, please. I literally had somebody saying, well, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense, because that means you're saying you're not American. That means you're saying you're British. The Americans were British. That's where they came from. They came from England. Do you understand that part right there? That's the part the guy was like, no, I don't understand. They were Americans. How can Americans go to America if they weren't? Oh, that doesn't make any sense. See, this is the reason why. The school system is failing people. That's failing people. That's not failing people. People just don't want to read. Go read. Just read a book. It's on your phone. The settlers that came to America were British. That's why Independence Day was separating from England, because they wanted to start their own, due to the fact that England was obsessed with these taxes that they had over there, and they were taxing just about everything, but the last straw was tea. And that's why they dressed up like the American Indian, which is jacked up at the end of the day, because they framed them for something that they didn't do by throwing all this tea into the Boston Harbor as a way of rebelling. But that didn't work. So bottom line, they decided to separate from England, and they came here to America. Ta-da! Study history. History is one of my strongest points. I love history. I like studying the past. That's my thing. Let's see. This pretty much sums it up, everything we do. Literally, right there. AI overview. Bam. It sums up what we do. It makes it easy for me. I'm literally just copying and pasting my own stuff, because this is my own stuff. Look, this was 4 days ago. 4 days ago, we was outside on that one. Oh, we're gonna have some fun today, man. We're gonna have some fun. Now it's already in the system. So once we know the AI has recognized who we are, we can go ball. We can go ballistic out here now. Oh my goodness, we're gonna have so much fun. Well, AI gonna keep you busy. Gonna keep you busy. I'm taking this in mind. Now, those of you who, again, I can't express this enough. You want to be our technology. Here's the thing why it doesn't bother me. I'll tell you what, you can't do it. Because customers, when they come to your site, anything you copy of my business, this is why you don't do well when you try to copy your stuff. Customers are going to expect you to do the same thing I do. That's what they're going to expect. No more, no less. They want to see the exact same duplicate of what I'm doing. And since you don't even know your own stuff properly, how are you going to do mine? So that's why you can't sell. You can actually make a copy and say, oh, I have it. You don't have it technically, because you know why? You can't make it. You can't do the demonstrations. You don't do the tests. You don't test your own stuff out. So they look at you as what? A troll. There you go. But you do bring customers to my front door. So technically you work for me, bring me customers at the end of the day. Because once they're turned off by what you don't have, they're going to come to the real deal, which is me. Second, they're going to look at you as a troll. So you've embarrassed yourself. So we know at the end of the day, you can say, I can make your stuff. I sent it to you right there on the desk. What a refusal. All right, let's get this in. This is going to make my job easier, because now AI recognizes us. Oh, we're in, baby, we're in. So the next campaign is going to be our ILEG, SFEG versus ALR. Which one is more advanced? Because we already know the answer behind that, but, talk is cheap, so let's show it off. Let's do some demonstrations. I need to take a screen that claims to be ambient light rejection technology. I'm bringing you outside to come play with us. Since you claim to have the most powerful game, let's take you outside. And you're going to have to be certified at that. So, first, before we do this, we're going to write some letters to some company and say, hey, look, we're going to take the screen outside. You cool with that? And if they say, no, we don't want it out there, then you already forfeit right from the door or post your email. It's only right, because we're going to be number one. Number one. I'm going to copy this again. Yeah. I like this. I like it. I like it. I like when I see my hard work pushed through. I love it. We can take all this out and put up what we got up here. Bam. Say goodbye to the dark, people. Say goodbye to the dark. That's right. Oh, ho, ho, coming in hot. Even recognize it. Oh yeah, it's time to get it in. It's time now to flood. I'm everywhere. I'm not just YouTube. If you think, oh, he's just, I'm everywhere with this stuff. What stuff I'm connected to? In 14 years, I'm connected to a lot of sites. A lot of sites. How long y'all been around? Not long enough. And y'all don't connect to sites anyway. Y'all don't go near forum sites. You really don't go to forum sites because people on forum sites smell your bull a mile away, like I can. That's why you're not on there. We never see you on there. You can't be in there talking about best of the best paints and about 30 or 40 people make the same grade paint. How that going to work? You can't be in there talking about how you are more advanced in certified screens. You actually have certified screens on those forum sites. So, again, you'll be talking to somebody who actually has the screen. So you can't do that either. You can't be saying that you have this highly efficient gain on your screen because you got other people in there talking about high-end, high-grade screens that have 0.8 and 0.9. So you can't be there either. So the only way you can get away with your bullcrap is on YouTube. That's it. Nobody don't believe that dumb nonsense. All right, let me see where we're going from here. Let's see. It's going to be okay. What's the font like? Where is the font? Where is the font? Font. It's not there. It's not what I want. I want the one we choose, one we use. Is that it? No, that's definitely not it. This is it right here. There we go. And we got large. Oh, oh, it looks amazing. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. Our slogan, stay beyond the universe, say goodbye to the dark. Now, specification sheets for this technology isn't like specification sheets for other ones. And since we don't have in there saying we work in some ambient light environment, we work in all ambient light environments, including outside. They don't like my energy. They can't stand my energy. They don't like the fact that when I come on here, my energy level's through the roof. I'm hyped up. I'm showing demonstration. They don't like that. And no sooner than I'm sitting here, boom, I'm outside. They don't like that. It drives them nuts when I do this. Because they expect, for some reason, every time they come in here, I don't know why you're in here. Two reasons. I don't know why you come here. Maybe you're obsessed with me. That could be one. We already seen that nonsense already. Weirdos. Another one, you're just hoping to see me fail. Which, again, if you haven't seen me fail already, you're saying, I guess you're hoping God fails. It's a newsflash. God doesn't fail. So if God blesses our technology to work, then that means it's not going to fail. And I would think if you're watching the screen operate outside very easily, then that means at the end of the day, everything inside is ours, where you can't play inside. And if I go into your demonstration, I open up a curtain in there, whoop, screen's gone. That's why we look at the curtains. When we look at those curtains, and those curtains are showing they're all the way on this side, about that much. It's not pushed back. As far as, matter of fact, you just take the whole curtain and push it on down the other side. So that way all that light hits in. Why do you have this big wide curtain right there? You know why? Because any light that's going to make contact with the screen is going to be right there. Then they had another piece of board right there. I'm like, oh, come on. I can see that a mile away. So, I mean, I can see myself. I go to the trade shows. I walk into your booth like, why is your booth so dark? Why is your booth so dark? Why is it so dark in there? Because the jacked up thing about the ambient light rejection screen is that it has a high gain to it. It's just that you really can't use it if it's a gray screen, because the gunmetals are a little different. They pick up much little darker levels. They can survive in very high-end environments. I've seen that. But they don't read actual black, as you can see, but they can pick up in there. Where you have these other screens that claim to be ambient light rejection, they're a little bit lighter than the gunmetal, but we're ambient light rejection. No, the freak you're not. The gunmetal would have a better chance of making that statement, not you. Because when in 24,000 lumen of light, that daylight screen read pretty good, extremely good. And it was able to maintain its darker shades. Where you get a screen that's a little lighter than that, claiming to be ambient light rejection, you can't pick that up. That's why you're stuck in a dark environment, because you put your lights on, your screen, your color and contrast washes out. But now, what's the use of having ambient light rejection if you're in the dark? There you go. There you go. So we put down here, yes. Working by AI. AI overview. Yes. Oh, ho, ho. Yes, right. The improvement of our technology over white screens. Wow. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to change all this. I'm going to do a bigger surface for this one right there. Much bigger surface. Let's see what we have here. I'm going to get some sunlight demonstrations in here. So, I'm going to take this out right here. Because we can see that on the website. We can see that on the links already. We got the links already. Behold, the most powerful gain on the planet. Now, if you guys feel at the end of the day that what a statement I just made a few minutes ago, if you feel that the SFEG technology is not the most powerful gain, anybody, I don't care if you're a company, I don't care who the freak you are, anybody, if you feel that, let me see you in court. Stakes are going to be $1 million. You willing to put it up? Now you sit and say, but you don't have it. Doesn't make a difference to have it. I can go outside right now, 50 lumens and operate. Can you do that? No. All right, then move on. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Behold, the most powerful gain on the planet. New SFEG. That puts ALR, I'm going to put that in to shame, because we do. Take all technology with the most powerful gain on the planet. The planet! See, but y'all, I sat there and I said, at the end of the day, if my technology is so fake, may the Lord show me who I really am. The Lord gave us the most powerful game on the planet. Come in hot. And they mad about that. They get mad. So it's at the end of the day about the neighbors. At the end of the day, they get mad when you back it up. They get mad when you come out and announce and still back it up. They get mad when you back it up on top of backing it up. But mind you, the more stuff that we back up, mind you, we're going to challenge in court about this. Because you made these statements against my company and they're not true. We're going to challenge you in court on that. Now, if you can't handle what we're showing you right now, how are you going to handle when we go to court? There you go. Boom. Behold the most powerful gain on the planet. Far more advanced. And people get upset the ones who have the ambient projection technology, get bothered by it. I had a couple emails from like, Mr. Bird, I don't think you know what you're talking about when it comes to gain. And I show them a demonstration of a screen operating son explain this to me. I'll never hear back from him. Same thing, the guy commented at the bottom that you don't understand gain. Sent them a video of the sunlight and the 50 limit. Explain it to me. Nothing back. All right then. Moving on. I'm glad we had that. Oh, I forgot I already to put the curtains down yet. Let me see. Let me put in far more powerful than ALR screens. Let's see. And pretty soon when you write in verses, you'll see our demonstrations verses. We're going to do a ton of those demonstrations, put them up, so it'll be all over Google and it floods. So that way people type up and see which one's better. It'll be us. Let me see. Far more powerful. Far more powerful. Did you mean? Yeah, because far more is supposed to be all one word. Far more powerful than. Let's see what they have here on this one. Because they definitely did not spell the way. Far more powerful than. I want to put down the old traditions. Because it is. It'll be the old tradition when we're done. The old tradition. Far more powerful. Far more powerful. Far more powerful than what? Far more powerful than ALR. No, that's a very powerful statement to make there, isn't it? Very, very powerful statement to make there. How can you make a statement like that? Can we make a statement like that? Let's see if we can. Let's go to our YouTube channel, see if we got it. Let's see if we go to our YouTube channel. Let's see if we can actually make that statement. Hey, by the way, the promo demonstration for the P1, you literally put P2. You're supposed to be beating that promo demonstration. Every single person I've seen with the this particular P2 has failed. You're supposed to be doing this. All of you sitting in a dark environment. That's what you're supposed to be reading. So this is their promo demonstration. Which again, all these right here with our technology, you can have all these lights on. Matter of fact, you can just go outside. Skip this, just go outside. You like that, don't you? We can just skip this and just walk outside. That's how we're going to be doing demonstrations. You're going to see people inside in the dark. And like, why stay in the dark when you can go out in the light? And then we go outside and just watch a movie. That's how we're going to advertise. But yeah, see how the lighting in the environment, even though this is AI, they give you the illusion that you're very well lit. The lights here, that has nothing to do with the screen. Who cares? These lights are in dimmers. I know those are dimmers right there. Got lights over here. That's condensed lighting, condensed lighting, condensed lighting, condensed lighting, condensed. These are all condensed lighting right there. Over here, you got some lights pushed in here. But look at the curtains. They got the up and down kind of pattern going on here. Why aren't these pushed all the way up to the ceiling? Because they should be. But even though this is all AI generated anyway. But still, this is the environment you're supposed to be. This is what they were trying to sell their projector being a more TV, a TV-like projection screen setup like this. And you guys are all stuck in a dark environment, especially you influencers that come on and show off the projector and let's show off the lights out. Yeah, but unfortunately, when you show the lights off, the contrast happens to pull up. How come it's not the other way around when you show the demonstration in the fully lit environment when the contrast comes up? You know why? Because the screen will wash out. That projector does an amazing job. The only problem is the screens are not worthy of the projector. Your screen is not worthy of your projector. Did you realize that? It's not worthy of it. Even these older models. You go out and buy you won't buy the one I have over here for $16.25 because you figured that this one won't do the job. Let me spend the money for a more expensive projector that can give me all the bells and whistles and fix the problem. The problem is you cannot fix your image because your projector is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. This is why you're calibrating. This is why you're in dark environments and you use smoke and mirror tricks to try to Houdini and get your stuff to work when technically it's not working at all. You want to find out? Turn your lights on. You'll get the truth. In the dark, you are hiding from the truth. Turn the lights on, you will see the truth. Whatever is in the dark comes out into the light. There we go. That's what you're supposed to be matching. But you don't match this in no way whatsoever. It's a dark environment. Look, I'm in a fully lit environment. Cut that nonsense out. You know better than that. You know better than that. No. So yeah, you can take the name SFEG, but since it's already at the Google AI has recognized what that technology stands for, that means that any customer seeing anyone with that particular signature right there, it's going to expect you to do the same thing. And if your company can't do the same thing, guess what they're going to do? They're going to come to us because we can. So technically, you're advertising for me for free. So you work for me now. So go ahead, advertise it. Tell people you can do that at the end of the day. Please do. You can make money for me. If I come there and says, wait a minute, wait. You don't have this? You can't do this at all? Then why do you have that up there? Because they're going to expect you to do what we do. They're going to look at you as a troll. That's what they're going to look at you as. You're going to give yourself a black eye, and guess where they're going to go to? They're going to go to me, who can do it. So you work for me, but you don't get paid. That's the thing about it. Dummies. Okay, it's so easy at the end of the day. You're so freaking easy. If you sit there and say it's a scam, it doesn't work. You're watching the screen operate outside multiple times in sunlight. Yeah, and then we're issuing contracts for you to meet us outside, what you won't do. Matching betters, what you won't do. Oh, I forgot you got matching betters coming today. We're about to put them on blast today. So again, yeah, they already know your story from the door. They still buy from me. If that was the case, gentlemen, I wouldn't have been in business for over 14 years. You're not the first I've met of your kind, and you won't be the last. And I'm still here when you're not. All right, let's go get what we need to get from here. Now, where are we going at? Where are we going at, Mr. Bird? We got so many demonstrations, we don't even know where to go. I need basically, let me see. I need sunlight. So let's put down sunlight, direct sunlight. Sunlight. SFEG sunlight. Question: can you guys do this? When you're, you know you can't. You can't do this because you don't have that capability. Because you want to be me. I'm flattered. I'm very flattered that you copy my stuff and you want to be me, but you can't be me. You should try. Bam. Here's this involves work. Yeah, this involves work. It involves me crushing them as I work. I'm about to be outside in a few. You can't go out there. We know you can't go out there. So yeah, I'm having fun with this. It shows you how badly we embarrass you guys on so many levels. Look at this. Y'all getting crushed. Oh, we coming in. And the thing about it is, what Danny said, I talk a lot of trash. Do I? Where's your gain range at? I'm going to mention it on camera. About your fake gain range. About that 2.0 stuff, that paint with the 2.0, please. Anybody got 2.0, you got old paint. You got an old gain. You know how old a 2.0 gain is? 2.0 has been around for a very long time. White screens have 2.0s now. Oh, so where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? Let's go here. I think I'm going to take this one here. Can y'all do this? No, you can't, because you're stuck in the dark. So I'm going to put out there while other screens are stuck in the dark. We're out here and we get a chance to play. Where we want to go? Got cell phones matching screen, front to back. You see that demonstration of walking around the screen, front to back? Oh, man, these things at nighttime are gorgeous, man. So So imagine when companies advertise this through their storefront windows. First things first, in order for you to know about that technology, you would have to know about invisible technology, which you definitely don't know anything about. And invisible technology involves several different worlds of technology. It involves interactive technology, it involves holograms, and it involves some projector mapping application technology, which you know nothing about. Which, if you're claiming to have an invisible screen, these topics will come up quite often because companies use this. How are you going to talk to them about something that you know nothing about, let alone you don't know the surface itself? Yeah, you're biting off way more than you can chew on that one, Skippy. Trust me. See, trying to be me. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. I'm trying to be him. Trying to keep up with the Joneses. Wait. I forgot how we did these. We had to do these a different way. Oh, no. This should pull. This should pull. Should it? Yeah, it'll work. I'll figure out a way how to get shorts to run on here with the music. That's a really interesting trick. Yeah, you can't get shorts to run in here. I know how to do it. Don't you know it's a beautiful today. Running down the afternoon. See how I gotta push that up and down from time. The AC's on in here. That freaking fan pretty much freezes me in here. It runs. Good thing it has a time. It cuts on, man. Because I could imagine being in this dip 24/7 with AC on. My sister had the central air in her place. I was in there freezing. I'm like, gee whiz, man. It's like it's wintertime in here. The central air is brutal. Let's see. Let's get our videos in here. We got another one outside. We just went outside. Let's go outside. Bam! Outside in the park. See how we change? Our environment changes right there. Now, customers, this is what you should be getting. And they're talking about they know visible technology. Yeah, you stuck in the dark with that stuff. This is some high red flags. For companies, at the end of the day, you're dealing with a company that's claiming it's going to give you invisible technology. You know, that stuff has to operate in direct sunlight, right? If it doesn't operate in direct sunlight, you know what happens? This gets costly because you know what? It means they have to spend the money for a giant awning to go around their building to block the sunlight that's going to take out the screen. That's going to cost money. Our technology doesn't require it. Because you know why? Our technology is better. Far better. Far better. Right now, we have the most advanced transparent screen on the market because our screens can eat sunlight. And that's very important. Very important to have. Because again, without that ability to be able to eat that sunlight, it's going to get costly. Or you're not going to be able to operate that demonstration at a certain time of the day and fear that the screen's going to disappear on you. So that's another problem. So you're going to miss times that you could be advertising. Times you could be advertising, bringing revenue back to your business, bringing advertising to your business. You can't operate because your screen will fail. Or you got to wait till a cloudy day, which I've seen in most demonstrations are advertising cloudy days or when the sunlight's across the street. That's not good. It's not good at all. Got to be able to operate in all types of the day. All right, let me see. I'm gonna put 2 videos there, but for right now, I need to change all these out. Get this done real quick. I'm about to pop outside. Bag's done. Everything's charged up. Yippee-ki-yay. I want to be out around 10 o'clock. So 10 o'clock, sunlight's really peak really nice out there. And we ease into 12 o'clock, which would be nicely. Because like that 12 o'clock is like 120,000 lux. Yeah. All right, let's get this done. 120,000 people. 120,000, man. When it's on a day where we get cloudy day, yeah, I'm the only person I think that goes outside in the sun and goes, oh crap, we got a cloudy day. Hoping for a sunny day. Sunny days we get to have the fun. Distance throw. Distance throw at 6 feet, so hit the screen. Still came out the other end. Boom, shakalaka. Now, naysayer, the reason why I mention you, because we know you're no competition at all whatsoever. You never were. From day one, you were no competition. We already knew it from the door. I seen how shoddy your demonstrations were. So I knew you were no competition. We mentioned you because I enjoy crushing you on a daily basis. That's why. This is just to remind you to stay in your place. You make anything. You make anything. Anything. I don't care what it is. I'm going to take your stuff out. I'm going to get you to shut your site down. I'll take you out in the sun and play. So from now on, any screen that wants to run its mouth too much, or any at all, I'm going to put you against this technology. And like I said, but that same video as before, I'm going to take you out in the sun and turn you into a white sheet of paper. You see, we did the Jamie stuff out there. This stuff didn't even exist. I even had to lean over the projector and it still wouldn't fire up. I took mine and stood up, boop, screen pushed him. Number one, he's going to sit there and say, well, my stuff's not. Yeah, it's only front projection, buddy. You put ad tech on all your front projection products claiming to be us at the end of the day. So if somebody had bought that thinking that was me, you'd have been in a lot of trouble. That would have been an open and shut lawsuit for somebody or a company. See, that's why I stay in your lane. You don't understand our technology, don't try to act like you understand it. Stay in your lane. That's why you don't have your company now, because you didn't do it right. Copying everybody else. Can't copy everybody else. You're still going to have to do it. How do you think that even works? That's fault. That means you're doing your consumer fraud. You're selling something that's not really has the capability to do so. It's like Acer had this projector. It was supposed to have a bending box that came with it. And the bending box was allowed to convert any form of 16:9 format into a curve. That would have been nice, but they didn't have the capability to do it. And therefore, yeah, there was problems. Because I would have loved to have that option. That would have been really nice. No. Man, that'd have been excellent for gamers. Turn any form of 69 format into a freaking curve. You know how much a headache it is to do curves? Curves require multiple projectors and all kinds of software to do that. That'd have been so much easier. One projector, boop, curve. Don't you know, it's a beautiful day, day, burning down the avenue, and the sun. I asked for this one, not that one. Now the next stage is, since AI already knows our technology, next stage is to push that our technology is far more advanced than the ALR. Which means that's where we pop up in the form sites. So the form sites are all set up. They're all set up waiting for us to come in and put that in there. We're going to make sure that they can go in and type up our technology. Now that's already in stage. The next stage now is to flood the form sites, showing that our technology is better. And anybody at the end of the day is willing to challenge that, we'll see you outside. Catch me out back, I'll see you outside. Oh man, you're really gonna get yourselves hurt. You don't know what you're getting yourselves into. Run, I tell you, run. Remember in Rocky, when she was trying to break up the fight? Yeah, you better not. You're gonna get jacked up in that ring with our screen. Don't play around with that thing. That thing will mess you up. You have no idea what you're getting yourself into. Like, run, throw in the towel, it's too late. See that sunlight come down and strike your screen. Ah! Doing too much. Y'all doing too much. That's 15% technology out there. 15%. And it's already on AI at 15%. And even mentions my ILE technology. It mentions that as being a powerful game. Oh, ho, ho. So you know what that means? That means we're going to put challenges out. We challenge you to beat the AI. Come on, man, get it done. I don't got time for crying. I don't have time for crybabies. I don't. Y'all wrote the check. I'm cashing it for you. That's why we sat back and we waited and watched you guys talk all this trash and stacked up our videos and get pushing videos through and pushing videos through. So we get the AI to show up and say, hey, look, it's demonstrations to blah, blah, blah. And when AI shows those words, it puts all our video demonstrations underneath, showing we can back it up. Now, Matching Better Challenge, we're going to put you all on blast. Y'all say y'all can do it, right? And okay, we plan to see you do it. Oh my goodness, look at that, look at that, look at that. But yeah, don't pull videos down. We got copies on everything. Don't bother pulling them down. Don't do that. We go back and find your video missing. You know how that's going to work out for you. Video is there. It's gone. Everyone had a bad habit of removing videos off its account. We're always finding missing. Don't do that. And you'll definitely be put on blast then. Oh, bam, bam, bam. I'm watching Tron outside through this one. And the other guy showed some gray screen. This guy had his YouTube channel showed this gray screen and white screen. Some vision technology. No, you stupid idiot. The SFEG is for transparent screens. I really wrote on your page, by the way. Usually it's rare to do that, but I wrote on your page on how much an idiot you are. Call him an idiot, you stupid idiot. First things first, ILEG, infusion-like energy gain, is for screens that are non-transfer technology. Transfer technology is under sun fusion energy gain. You're claiming a screen that's not even transparent to be something that is supposed to be transparent. So you're completely off. But I'll let you some literature to educate you at the end of the day. Ta-da. You're an idiot. I don't know jack at the end of the day. Oh, y'all know nothing. Y'all come on YouTube thinking y'all know something, you know nothing. See how fast Partey's ship actually sunk at the end of the day when he tried that nonsense, man. We got him to put that money right back in our account. I tell you, that had to hurt. A man who thought at the end of the day that I didn't know anything, and I got you to take that money and put it back. And literally sent him an email telling him, put my money back. I want it all back in my account. Because he went out and he tried to sit on the order and try to keep the money. Because he couldn't back. I went to PayPal, contacted them, and filed a complaint against him. We got the complaints, we can pull everything up. Filed a complaint against him and said, we want the item, not the money. I got the transcript right there requesting item, no money. And he still sent back the money. So then he started sending them, we wanted to buy something. I sent them a little message like, put my money back in my account. Every time, put my money back in my account. And he had to put the money back every single time. So yeah, that hurt his pride. Because I know what kind of person Partey is. I bumped into this kind before. I bump into people at the end of the day who have these really, he's not even smart. I won't give him that way. He has some intelligence, but not on that level, in that field, he doesn't have anything at all. But they feel that they're privileged and they're better than other people. So I broke you down. I humbled you a little bit. I humbled you a lot. Get back on YouTube again and talk some nonsense and see what happens to you. Your best bet is to stay off of YouTube. So now you just ran. That's what you did. Site has no activity. He hasn't been on YouTube in months. And if you're on YouTube, you still can't do anything. Your products don't sell. And why don't sell? They're fakes. So if I put a hit on your website, which means if I go on and say, hey, anybody gets that paint from me, gets one of these free screens, I bet you I'll get yourself. And you're really going to shut your site down. Cancel 10 states. He canceled 10 freaking states. So you can't back that stuff up. So what was the purpose if you can't back it up? Was putting a PayPal shopping cart next to it if you can't sell it. That's you scamming. And you can sit there and say slander. No, it's not slander. If we bought the stuff from you and I show to the judge multiple cancellations of money being transferred back our account by you, then what's the reason you're not selling the product to us? Other than that, it doesn't work. We can challenge you in court about gain range. Can you explain to us what that is? You can't explain that to us about any of that. So, simple fact, you can't explain a lot of things about your product. You said it's a front and rear technology, a rear projection technology. You're talking about using a roller. I can bring an expert in there that'll say from the door, you don't use rollers on rear projection screens because any imperfection that you transfer to the front transfers to the back, which actually will basically distort the image. Look, I can bring an expert to show that you don't know what you're talking about. So with that being said, very simple, with very little expertise in the field, You're trying to sell something that doesn't exist. You'll fall in the lines of consumer fraud, so you don't want to go there either. Your stuff never worked. It just didn't. That's why we couldn't get our hands on it, because you kept giving me back the money. And then the other one, instead of facing like the goopity goo, he gave us back all that money. But in the other one, instead of facing that embarrassment again, which he did not want to go through, he thought it was a bright idea to lock every single shopping cart when you're on vacation and then turn around and remove the entire state of Pennsylvania. And 9 other states involved in that also, because I counted, I'm like, wait a minute, we're missing like 9 states. So the reason why you're missing the 9 states, because after that happened, trolls got linked to his channel, went over to his site, and tried to order the product, and they put my name in it. And that's why he posted at the top that we're being harassed. No, you're not being harassed. You just can't back up your trashy product at the end of the day. Even if the trolls are coming in and asking for the product, and if they are using my name, you still should be able to sell it. You can't sell it at the end of the day. And they realized that when they watched you cancel the whole state of Pennsylvania, you attracted trolls. The trolls started contacting him and saying, hey, look, I'm buying from Mr. Bird. I'm buying from Mr. Bird. And every time somebody would come in, he would cancel the state. Now, he canceled Baltimore because you can see he had an argument with Williams. And Williams had those falling out. And as you can see how weird Williams is, Williams was probably doing the same thing he was doing to me to him. So yeah, that's why he canceled the state. But anyway, that right there, and he called him a scammer or whatever nonsense went over there. But I don't care about that. It's neither here nor there. But the funny thing about it is, this man's dropping states, entire states, for one individual. And the trolls caught on to that and came to his website and started ordering and said, hey, we're ordering for Mr. Bird. And he canceled their states. And they were sending me back a message like, hey, look, he just canceled my state. He canceled Texas. I got family in Texas. I sat there and made a statement that I'll just get somebody in Texas to ship it over to us. What happened? Whoop, Texas just went missing. So that doesn't sound like a person at the end of the day can back this stuff up. So if I call you a scammer, you are. So how would you explain it to a judge that the reason why you knocked out 10 states out of your shopping carts for what? You can back it up, you can back it up. Next time you come on your channel, and you make some statement about how I canceled an order, man, you lost your mind. You hit the wrong person. I got you to put that money back in my account multiple times, and that had to hurt him. That hurt his pride. So the bottom line is he can be off YouTube forever, but at the end of the day, that feeling will never go away. That'll live with him forever. You've been in a situation? Well, I've been in a situation, but it's called taking your heart. You ever heard that term before? The streets are called taking your heart. Someone takes your heart away, and your bottom line is because you're afraid to fight them, because you back down, and you got to live with that forever, thinking that you could have handled that situation right there and then, or when the opportunity arose that you could have handled that situation, you did nothing at all, period. You got to live with that. That's the consequences of life that stay there forever. So that's what he has to live with forever, because he chalked up this nonsense in his head that he was this big, bad, tough guy, and he was going to take out my company, and I was a liar and all these things. And they talked all this trash on camera about me, making my FLE technology, making my advanced ambient rejection technology, just to get up on camera and fail multiple times. But the most embarrassing part was that the fact he had to give me back my money, and that's the part that hurt him the most. So you can lie to the world, can't lie to yourself. It is what it is. What are you doing? I'm going to start putting you in your unit. Because you do too much. You do too much. Let's start sticking you in the unit. When I do videos, I'm going to start sticking you in the unit. Yeah, go back to church. We get that stuff all the time. No treats. You're still not getting any treats. I'm going to do this section right there with the AL. I got to change that. I'm going to do half of that, and I'm going to do half with sunlight. So definitely want to change that. But until then, I'm going to get outside and get some video content. But that's where I need to go. All my stuff is charged up. My phone's on the charger, so I'm ready to go. Get out there and get some playtime in. Good time, I got a water bottle. I need one water bottle. That's it. Fill up. So this got tape. Bam, bam. With my charger, I'm just charging the unit. I'm going to get outside and get some playtime in. I can come back in and finish that up. But I got most of that done, so I'm good with that. I just got to get this done and take all this out, put new pictures in for that. That's it. I need to update here and here. I need to update. I need to add in the search engine optimizer about the new game. Add it in there. Coming soon available. Now, yeah, okay, that's what we have. All the new stuff coming in. I'm about to change this out, so we got new stuff coming in. And the Apex Gamer. Clear Apex Gamer. Oh, that screen outside we're playing with, that's an Apex Gamer, by the way. The one that absorbs that sunlight, that's an Apex Gamer out there. So, as I said before, like I said, you said I talk a lot of trash. Well, I'm going outside to play. Will you be out there with me? No, you won't be out there with me. You know why? Your stuff don't work. That's why. You'll be in some dark apartment with some little lights sprinkled around the back of the corners. I'm like, oh, look, we got fully lit environment. Heavens to Murgatroyd. Our environment's so well lit we can barely see it here. Wow. Okay. Oh, it's a stand. Every time we have one stand, like how the freak you bring one stand with you out of the office? I gotta pop up. I need to get about 5 videos for the day. So we uploading 5 today. Maybe more than that. Maybe 6 or 7. I don't know. Depends on different areas we're gonna be at. Plan to be everywhere. Hopefully it's not the time. We get that weather. Let me check just in case. Oh, no, we're good, because it was pretty dry when we came in. So, last time I came in, I got windows in here, and I can't look out a boom, like, oh, man. Out of nowhere. We got the rain. Here comes the rain again. Maybe it will play out in the sun. So, I can have some fun on camera, like, hey, we're out here in the sun, looking for the others. They don't seem to be here. But okay. Hopefully they come out to play with us. You guys gonna come out to play with us right now? Huh? YouTube. I'm calling it right now in the video. Jamie, Fernando Gonzalez of Pro Screen Page Products, Parte PSP Products. I forgot, you guys aren't existing, but I'm gonna name you anyway. Elite Screens, Screen Innovation, DMP Supernova, all you companies. You coming out to play with me? Or are you just gonna stay inside? Look, sooner or later, at the end of the day, you can think you can deny me, the bigger companies. You can't. Our patents are just about done. And when those patents are done, we got samples we're going to send to you straight at the end of the day on why our technology is far better. And if I do show up in one of your booths, it's lights out. I don't even have to come in the building. I can do it outside if I want. So with that being said, we're like one of those legendary ghost ships. The ones that's known for taking out other ships. We're legend. People come up there, they talk about this massive ghost ship out there in the harbor that if you even see it, you just disappear. And when hear somebody ever again. Now, they take us and they put us in that category at the end of the day because we've tested all this stuff. But the chances of us bumping into one another, we'll never bump into this thing. But sooner or later, I'll be at an expo and I will be in your harbor. Floating around, going back and forth, just watching. One of those screens touched that technology at 100% completed. Mind you, for screens like Screen Innovation, Elite Screens, the big boy companies, let me explain to you, that technology is 15% completed. It eats sunlight at 50 lumens. So imagine what they do inside using your projectors. Cost far less than your screens. They're bigger than your screens. They do more than your screens do. What does a $7,000 screen do? That's still on a wall. That's it. Our technology is front and rear technology. We can use for advertising technology. You can do it anything we want. You can go anywhere it wants to go. You're stuck on old condition and rejection. Diamond, I wouldn't put it past them. Diamond's a type of that's why I like the guy who invented the diamond technology. Because again, his technology is responsible. When I saw how amazing that technology looked, buddy boy, yeah, you're doing too much. Ray Barry. Barry. Go back to your hut. Right now. Go to your hut. Go. Go. Go to your hut. Go to your hut. Now you get the nerves now. You're being spiteful. Go to your hut. Go to your hut now. Carrying on. Stay in there. Too much. Alright. I gotta go outside and play. You guys can stay inside and cry. That's what I'm about to do. I got several demonstrations. I'm going to do a nice matchup. I'm going to make different places. Hopefully the temperature is good. Alright, with that being said, we're going to go outside and play. From now on, Taco stays in the booth when we do demonstrations because Taco's been doing weird stuff, even worse than licking himself. So he's going to stay in the booth. Taco, you hear that? You're going to be in the booth from now on. When you finish your demonstrations, you come out of the booth. I have any distractions in the middle of my videos. You should not be calling your name 3 or 4 times in a video because you don't know how to act right. So you're going to stay in your booth. In again. You're going to stay in the booth. Alright, we got a charging unit. Let me show the people who don't go outside what we bring. No. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back in there. Get back in there. You think you're slick, don't you? Now, no sooner than I just sat there and said, let me show you what's in the bag. Here he comes out with his shenanigans. Alright, so we're taking out here today. Nothing high powered. We got our projector right here, 300 lumen Cumi. That's what we're taking outside to play. That's it. That's all. Nothing powerful. No 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 projector and all this crazy setup. This is the whole setup right here. Power cord right there. Where is our cable to connect our feed through? There's our cable to connect our feed through, hook up to our cell phone, so we mirror from our cell phone to here. So that way we have a feed, that way we don't have to worry about using any Wi-Fi. No, that's up here of our own, which we tether to our cell phone, power brick. Charges everything up. I'll put all this stuff over here. Over there, like so. There. Get my second cell phone. Whoopsie. Cell phone. We got tape just in case we need to tape something down, because you never know if you're going to need that at the end of the day. So we got that there. And we have to get a water bottle, because we need a water bottle sometimes to hold the screen down. Cell phone out. Looks good. Put that right there. Cell phone. This is what I use to record with. This one is when I use to run my video feed through. And no sooner than I had just scolded him a few minutes ago, and no sooner did I say, hey, let's check out the show, we'll bring it out. Here he come running out. You get in trouble. You stay there for now on when I do these demonstrations. I can't be calling your name every time I turn around. Doing something idiotic. He needs a wheel in here. I got smaller wheels in here. Keep him occupied. I got his TV is over there. Apparently that's not enough for him now. Alright, let me see. And we need, oh yeah, I got my bottle. No water in it. Get that ready, because we have to put something to anchor the screen a little better. And I need stands. What do you stand we have? A bunch of stands. Well, I'm pretty sure we got one in the bag somewhere under the desk. We'll grab that one and put it, because we're missing one stand. That's what we're missing. That's pretty much it. And projector, bum, 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 bum. That's it. That's all we need. And we're done. On the phone. That's it. Well, gotta go. See you outside. See you outside.